But moving on now, after a gap of 6 years, India is once again gearing up to auction oil and gas fields. 67 of them, which have been lying undeveloped for years with ONGC and Oil India. CNBC TV 18's Anshu Sharma reports that to make these fields more attractive, the government has set some liberal terms, including a more favourable revenue sharing formula. Take a look.
Oil and Gas Minister Dharmendra Pradhan is pushing ahead to achieve Prime Minister Narendra Modi's target of cutting India's dependence on fuel imports by half by 2030. That's why, after a gap of 6 years, the ministry has decided to auction 67 small oil and gas fields which have marginal discoveries for commercial production. These fields are estimated to 48 million tons of oil reserves and 38 billion cubic meters of natural gas reserves. These 67 fields, which include 26 onshore fields, 18 shallow water fields and 2 deep water fields, were for years controlled by ONGC and Oil India, but were returned unexplored due to their small size and the high cost of development. But the government believes these fields will garner active interest from companies.
Our sole objective in this effort is not to maximize government revenue, but to facilitate maximization of domestic production.
पॉलिसी लाया, कई प्रकार की उसको इंसेंटिवाइज करवाने का कोशिश किया गया है.
These incentives are directed at silencing critics who have ripped apart India's use of the revenue sharing model instead of more globally used cost recovery model, and the low cost of crude oil globally, which would render these fields unviable in the long term. Some of these incentives include offering pricing and marketing freedom for oil and gas, waiving the 20% cess applicable on crude oil production, zero custom duty on capital goods imported to develop these fields, no requirement for an international bidder to rope in a domestic partner to win these blocks, no obligation for the winner to drill a specified number of wells on the field, removing the clause mandating that the bidder have prior technical experience, easier conditions for extension of contract, removing restrictions on exploration during the contract period. The ministry has high hopes from these auctions.
70,000 करोड़ रुपया की रिसोर्स जिसको हमने एक अलग पॉलिसी लाके भारत में प्री नेल बिडिंग राउंड हुई थी.
Roadshows are slated to begin on 6th of June and fields awarded and contracts signed by January 2017. If things go to plan, these fields are expected to commence production in 3 to 6 years after that. In New Delhi with Anshu Sharma, this is Shweta Kothari.